On a bright afternoon, Jamal Davis, a name synonymous with basketball greatness, stepped into a luxury car showroom. Clad in a simple hoodie and sneakers, he wasn't there to flaunt his fame or fortune. He was there to buy a car. But what he found wasn't luxury or respect, it was rejection. This story isn't just about Jamal's moment of dismissal. It's about how he transformed an act of prejudice into a catalyst for change. The sunlight streamed through the tall glass windows of the showroom, casting golden rays onto the polished floors and pristine vehicles. Every detail of the space exuded exclusivity, from the spotless cars to the staff in crisp, tailored suits. Jamal walked in, unassuming yet commanding attention simply by his stature. To the sales staff, however, his casual attire didn't match the clientele they were used to serving. A young salesman approached him, his smile polite but lacking warmth. "Good afternoon, sir. How can I assist you today?" he asked, his tone measured and distant. Jamal smiled back, his deep voice steady. "I'm interested in checking out your latest model. I heard great things about it." The salesman's eyes darted to Jamal's outfit. "Unfortunately, that model is currently reserved," he replied vaguely. "But perhaps I can show you something more appropriate." Jamal's smile faded, replaced by a look of quiet resolve. He nodded, thanked the salesman, and began to leave. On his way out, he noticed how differently the same salesman treated another customer, a sharply dressed man who walked in moments later. The salesman's demeanor transformed. He was attentive, engaging, and eager to assist. Driving home, Jamal's mind replayed the interaction. The sting of being judged by his appearance was all too familiar. Yet instead of anger, he felt determination. "They didn't see my worth," he thought, "but I'll show them, not with words, but with action." That evening, Jamal sat in his living room, surrounded by trophies and accolades from his illustrious career. But those symbols of success didn't hold his focus. He picked up his phone and called his financial advisor. "Marcus, Marcus," Jamal said, his voice firm. "I want you to gather all the financial details about the car showroom chain I visited today. Ownership, performance reports, everything." Marcus hesitated. "Are you looking to buy a car, Jamal?" Jamal chuckled. "No, Marcus. I'm planning to buy the entire chain. Over the next few days." Jamal's team worked tirelessly. The showroom chain was struggling financially, making it a prime opportunity for acquisition. But for Jamal, this wasn't just a business move, it was personal. He envisioned a place where everyone, regardless of their appearance or background, would be treated with dignity. "We're not doing this for revenge," Jamal told his team during a late-night meeting. "We're doing this to create something better, a space where respect is the rule, not the exception." The following morning, Jamal returned to the same showroom, but this time he wasn't wearing a hoodie and sneakers. Dressed in a sharp black suit and polished leather shoes, he exuded authority. As he walked in, heads turned. The young salesman from before froze, recognition dawning on his face. "Good morning," Jamal said, his voice calm but commanding. "Do you remember me?" The salesman stammered. "Why, yes, sir. I didn't realize." Jamal raised a hand to silence him. "It's okay. I'm not here to buy a car today." He paused, letting the room fall silent. "I'm here to buy the entire system." The whispers began immediately, spreading like wildfire among the staff and customers. The manager emerged from his office, his expression a mix of confusion and concern. Jamal turned to address everyone in the showroom. "Yesterday, I walked in here as a potential customer and was judged by my appearance. That shouldn't happen to anyone. Today, I'm the new owner of this chain of showrooms, and I'm here to ensure that no one, not a single person, is ever treated that way again." The room was silent as Jamal's words sank in. For him, this wasn't about settling scores, it was about setting a new standard. "Respect isn't a privilege," he continued. "It's a right, for every customer and every employee." In the days that followed, Jamal implemented sweeping changes. He gathered the staff for a meeting in the conference room, where he laid out his vision. "This isn't just about selling cars anymore," he said. "It's about creating an experience rooted in fairness and respect." Jamal introduced mandatory training programs aimed at addressing unconscious biases and improving customer service. He made it clear that this was a fresh start for everyone, a chance to grow and do better. I believe in second chances, Jamal said to the staff. But second chances only matter if you're willing to take them. Some employees were hesitant, resistant to change. But over time, Jamal's vision began to take root. Weekly training sessions fostered understanding, and soon the atmosphere in the showroom shifted. Customers who once felt unwelcome were now greeted with warmth and genuine interest. One afternoon, a single mother walked in with her young son. Her coat was worn, and her shoes showed years of use. A newly trained employee approached her with a smile. "Welcome," he said. "How can we help you today?" The mother hesitated. "I'm just looking. I'm not ready to buy yet." The employee didn't dismiss her. Instead, he spent time showing her around, answering her questions with patience and respect. As they left, the young boy turned back and said, "Thank you, sir. This is the best day ever." From a distance, Jamal watched the interaction with a soft smile. This was the change he had envisioned. Word spread quickly about the transformed showroom. Customers shared their experiences, and the business became a symbol of fairness and inclusion. One day, a former customer who had been dismissed returned, overwhelmed by the kindness he now received. "This place feels different," he said, "and it shows." Jamal didn't stop at the showroom doors. He partnered with community organizations to host workshops on respect and inclusivity. Employees and customers alike participated, sharing stories and learning from one another. At one workshop, a teenager from an underserved neighborhood asked Jamal, "How can I do something as big as this?" Jamal crouched to meet the boy's gaze. "You don't have to start big," he said. "Start with kindness, one person, one moment at a time. That's how we change the world." Over time, the showroom became more than a business. It became a beacon of hope and a model for other businesses to follow. Jamal's decision to transform rejection into an opportunity for growth inspired not just his employees, but an entire community. Reflecting on the journey, Jamal shared his thoughts with a reporter. "Money can buy many things," he said, "but the real value lies in how you use it. The greatest power isn't in what you own. It's in the difference you make for others." As the reporter left, Jamal received a handwritten note from a customer. It read, "Thank you for creating a place where I feel valued. You've restored my faith in humanity." Jamal held the note, his heart full. He had set out to buy a car but ended up building a legacy of respect and kindness. And in doing so, he proved that the most powerful transformations begin with the simplest acts of change.